Scott.
So, Scottie, have you ever had a walk-off block before? And second question, did the review kind of ruin it?
Nah, I think we all knew it was over. I don't know if I had a walk-off block. Probably it's I don't know. But I didn't make the right play.
Was it just a, read and react type play, nothing more to it?
For sure. I kind of was watching, seeing who was going to get a rebound, and the ball was bobbled into his hands, and at that point, that was kind of my man, so I kind of didn't box out. So I had to run up and go get the block.
On the other end of the floor, having a player like Brandon out there who's going to draw the attention of the defense, draw a second defender, and be willing to make that pass, how much does that open things up for you guys in clutch situations?
They know how dangerous he is. He's been killing them all game on the post-ups, ISOs, so you got to send help. It was a great cut by RJ at the end of the game, so him making that extra play right there put us in the lead. He draws so much attention. He's so talented. Once he gets to the spots, it's unstoppable.
And the dunk, did you know he could get up like that?
Yeah, he got bounce. He got super long arms as well. We've been seeing him snag rebounds out of the air through traffic this whole season. He probably could have had more dunks as well today. Like, he's super athletic.
You guys haven't been in a lot of close games all year, but tonight you win one down the stretch with really good execution. What can you say about you guys?
We knew they were a really good team. They got a lot of guys that like to drive the ball. They run a lot of guard-to-guard screens, a lot of slip-outs. We just had to communicate our switches. But we fought this one out. This was a good win tonight.
Darko was saying that this is going to make for a good film session, that there's a lot to learn from, both good and bad. Do you look forward to those film sessions, even after a win like tonight?
For sure. We need to know how we can get better from this and keep growing. Every game's a lesson where we can grow, fix some things. We got to hold each other accountable, and, those are the times when we're going to hold each other accountable.
Scott, you guys are tied for third in the East right now. It's still pretty early in the season, but what does it mean to see your team kind of, right up there in the standings?
It's great that we're winning games, but keep staying humble, keep staying hungry. It's only the beginning of the season. But we're really good, we're really talented. People are going to keep continuing to see that.
Where do you want to start? With your block, your pass to RJ, your dunk? What comes to mind?
Really just having fun. That was a competitive game. We were going back and forth. Knipple looked real good tonight. On the offensive end, he got a professional game. So we had a battle tonight, and it came to the end.
What's it feel to win a real close game down the stretch, executing well at both ends? You haven't been in that kind of game this year.
Yeah.
You were tonight.
Well, it's practice for our goal in the long run. Executing in tight situations, trying to figure out what's the best shot on the floor, but also on the defensive end, having each other's back. So we know that's going to help us when we get to the playoffs.
The instincts that you have in those situations, knowing obviously when the shot is there versus when the defense is trapping you, when to make the pass. Is that something over your career that's come with time, reps, or is that like just instinct and something that you've always had?
It's definitely come with time. I wasn't able to be that patient in moments like that early in my career, even year before last. And just seeing it over and over again, I took a few deep breaths. I knew I had to be patient. I knew they were going to send two. And I knew I didn't want to turn the basketball over. So, if they didn't come, I was going to shoot a turnaround on Colin because he's too small. And if they sent two, I might have still shot it. But I was just looking for the open play.
And part of it, too, I imagine, is knowing your teammates, right? Like, you had to know where RJ was going to be, where he was cutting. Is that something that you feel like more comfortable with, having had all the reps with these guys over the last month or so?
Yeah, well, I noticed in that first quarter a couple times when Scottie was in the post or myself was in the post, RJ flashed to the middle of the lane, and I knew where my outlet was going to be. And I know RJ wanted to score the basketball. So he was definitely in the right place at the right time.
You mentioned last year that you wanted to get a fresh start here and that maybe you've been overlooked a little bit in the past few years. What has it meant, sort of, this start for you so far this year?
The energy feels good, especially from my teammates, my coaches, training staff, from the fans. The energy feels great, and I'm able to come in and just get better every single game. Coming off an injury, they're welcoming me, talking to me every single day about, just getting back to myself, and everybody's just been helping. So I feel good when I step into practice, when I step into the arena, whatever it is.
You had a lot of ground to cover to go get Kalkbrenner's ball at the backboard. Did you think you could get there?
I knew I was late. I knew I had to do something. I didn't know he was going to go up so slow, but I knew I just had to make a attempt on the ball, whether it was blocking the shot or fouling him, making him go to the free throw line, but I didn't want him to get anything easy.
The dunk, what was that moment like, especially seeing the reaction from your teammates, from the bench?
It felt good. I haven't been able to jump that high in a while. Being out since December, just trying to figure out how I can get my legs under me. So, that definitely was a confidence builder, just getting to the rim and be able to finish over the top. So, hopefully I can continue to do that.
And what did you think of the reaction on the bench afterwards, if you saw it?
Yeah, it brought energy. I looked over there, everybody was standing up, everybody was yelling. When when the team is engaged, you stop thinking about the plays and just playing off of energy.
Are you feeling like day by day, week by week, the lift in the legs coming back a little more? Like, what's the process of that?
Every day is different. Every day is different. Some days I feel real good. Some days I don't feel that great. But it's coming along. It's only been 13, 14 games, so it'll soon come.
You guys haven't played a ton of close games all season. How did you feel you managed the last 3-4 minutes there?
You're reading my mind. We were like last 5 minutes of a game. I was like, this is good for us. This is good for us. This is going to be a very good film for us to watch. And I thought that we did some extraordinary things there down the stretch. We did, rim protection, blocking shots, coming up with some very important rebounds. And also, there's going to be good film for us to learn how we can close the game, how to better execute there.
What kind of a luxury is it to have a player like Brandon in those clutch situations, somebody that isn't just able to make the shot, but is willing and able to make the pass at the right play like he did there, RJ?
And he's with us for a reason. We love the guy. We love his game. And, I think he's continuously improving with us. I think that defensively he was really good today as well, with his ball pressure and hand activity and protecting the rim. I think that he did a really good job today.
The block shots in the last were there from the weak side. It's like you teach your guys to cheat into that rim to look close.
Well, all those reads there at the end of the game, that's players. That's them reading the game and making right calls there. We know what is our priority, and that's rim protection. And from there, we gotta figure out the rest of rotations and how to guard the 3-point line. With that being said, I thought that a couple of situations we overhelped, and there was an open shot that we had to do a better job of covering for each other. But all of those end of the game situations there, it was like BI and Scottie. That's just like high level instincts and basketball IQ.
LaMelo scored a few on Jamal, but I thought Chet really made him work for it. We've seen this in the past with guys like Kyle Lowry or Fred VanVleet, where a player that has a size advantage thinks they have a mismatch. But what is it about a defender like Jamal that, despite giving up size in matchups like that, can really hold his own against bigger players?
What do you want to say, that you're here for a long time? what Jamal does really good job there. Obviously, his ball pressure is elite, and how he's staying in front of the people, doesn't matter the size and who is he guarding. But also, I thought that he did really good job with hands. The game was such that we had to adjust as the game was going on regarding what calls are being, what contact situations were called as fouls and what not. And I think that he adjusted in the second half really well in those situations there as well. So it's great to have a player who brings that kind of energy and focus, and who really doesn't care if he's going to score or not. He only cares about team winning and doing right things for the team.
How did you view the Scottie block at the buzzer?
I was really excited, but I did not show any emotions at the moment. I was thinking, was there any time left, and what we need to do there to get organized, trying to stay calm, but it was high-level play.
With Yak looking healthier and with Quick's threes falling, does it feel like that starting unit is kind of reaching the two-way balance you thought they could reach this year?
I mean, that's definitely the goal, to have a good balance, and I'm continuing to talk to guys and challenge guys to do it on both ways, both ends of the floor, because they're capable of doing so. We're learning how to win. We're learning each other. We're learning how to close those games, how to play all of those games. There is a lot for us to learn. Our film sessions are, pretty heavy at the start of the season over here. And what I'm really liking about this team is all the stuff that we talk about and address. We see the progress there.
The Ingram dunk, obviously cool highlight and a really impressive play, but for a coach, is that like an encouraging thing for a player coming off of what he went through last year to kind of be reassured that the lift is there, the bounce is there? It's
not still there to 200%, but it's coming back, and then he has that type of pop, and when he's playing above the rim, he's a scary player, for all the opponents.
So the guys that have been here for a few years with you, what do you think it means for them to kind of be on a bit of a winning streak here?
I think it's very cool to see the growth of the team. Guys that they're playing more, like Yak and Scottie, like they really own it. They're really enjoying this moment. But also the guys that are younger guys, it's good for them to see what it takes to win. And some of the younger guys, they might be in a different role or a smaller role and less minutes. But I'm really proud of how they're embracing it and how they're finding ways to help the team there on the court.
Coach, the free throw disparity, is it more about what the other team is doing, or is it more about what you can do to get better calls when you're out there?
Talking about game tonight?
Yeah.
You want me to get fined?
No.
Okay. No comments regarding referees and free throw disparity.
But what do you tell your players in order to encourage them to get better calls?
I mean, there is no such a thing encourage them to get better calls. It's adjusting to the game. Every crew is going to be different. You're playing different teams with different level of physicality. Some players are looking more for those throwing their head back and trying to get those foul calls. It's all about knowing who you're playing against and how to adjust to that referee's crew every single night. I think that's a big part of learning how to win this league.
That drive that Ingram made when he started with his left hand, moved to the right, stuffed it, and the whole bench exploded at that moment. What did that feel like on the bench, seeing the way players were reacting to Brandon?
Right. I mean, Brandon is a very cool teammate. His players, his teammates, they really love him. He did a great job getting incorporated in our team. Even last year when he was not playing, he's invested in our guys. He's invested in this team. He likes to be around them. He likes to get to know them. And when somebody's just good human being and he does well, obviously you're gonna cheer for him and support him. So that was the natural reaction from our bench.
How important it is, and how much of an example does it set that your two more important players, or the two best players, close the game on two defensive plays?
It's very important. It's a luxury that we have, that we can plug in those players in different spots and for them to respond in the best possible way to find a way to win the game.
How much fun are you having right now?
A lot of fun.